Hey there guys, this is Eli Delaney here with Your Marketing University and our YMU update for August 13th, 2012. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend and you're ready to rock and roll for a great week. I got to share something with you, something that kind of came to a realization and in conversation. Yesterday, or Saturday, Cindy actually got to spend some time with Larry Winget. If you don't know him, look him up. He's got some awesome stuff. But he had a workshop here in the Phoenix area. And she went to that event. She got to spend some time with him. And it reminded me, one of the things she came back with, of course, she had a ton of stuff she was sharing with me, but one of the things that it reminded me of when she came back was creating plans, not goals. And it really is something I thought about, and I've heard that before, and I used to use that all the time. Matter of fact, if you've listened to me for quite a while, I actually used that quite a while, but I kind of let it slip for a while, and it really reminded me, because when you plan something, as opposed to just having a goal of something, you actually have a strategy behind it. You know what you're doing. And I know one of the things that we've got some plans, and I'm not ready to share what the big picture is yet of that, but we have some stuff. We set a goal, and we turn that into a plan, and we have a very specific process that we're going through right now. And the cool thing is we are massively getting close to hitting that success, hitting that goal, purely because we planned it out. I want you to think about that. What are you doing when you set a goal? It doesn't matter what the goal is, but you can't have just a goal. You have to have a plan behind it. So once you figure out, here's the result that I'm looking for, then you go back and you reverse engineer it. How do you get there? You figure out, you're here now, you want to be here, so you've got to figure out what are the steps in between to get you there. Because once you do that, you have a strategy, you have a plan of what to do. And you know that every single day, you're taking one step towards that goal. It may even just be a little step, but you're doing something to get you towards that goal. That's creating a plan. That's where you're getting where you want to go. And I'll tell you what, it makes a huge difference when you actually do that. Don't just set a goal. If you're, let's say, if it's business related, maybe you've got a goal, you want to increase your traffic by, 10,000 visitors a month. Okay, that's fine. What are the steps you're going to take in order to get that? For me, one of my goals is to double my list, the size of my list, every 6 months. So I've got a plan, things that I'm doing, the step-by-step pieces that are going to help me with that. But you can't just say, okay, here's what I want, without knowing what those pieces in between are. So sit down, look at your goals, look at the steps of what you really want to accomplish, and then reverse engineer the process to figure out what do you need to do to make that happen. You can do this with weight loss. You can do this in other pieces of your health. You can do this in your business. There's so many different places you can do this. Even if you've got a goal of taking a family vacation to Europe, okay, what are the things we're going to have to make sure happen in order to make that goal become a success, become reality? And you reverse engineer it, create a plan behind it. I'm really big into strategic planning and actually creating plans behind what you do. And there's a reason for that, because when you have a plan, you know what steps you're supposed to do. And maybe you don't get every step every single day, but if you're taking one little step, maybe you'll have a big jump one day, you'll make a little step the next day. That's okay. But then you at least know you're that much further. If you have to raise, say, $5,000 to go on a trip, well, you know that maybe you saved $10 today. And tomorrow, maybe you had a really awesome day, you made some great sales, and you were able to save, say, $1,000. But you got a little step every single time. You know where you're starting, and you know where you're going, and you know what steps you need to take to make it get there. So get out there, do this. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback on this one. Do me a favor, leave a comment on the video. I would love to hear what are you doing? What are your steps? How are you reverse engineering your goals to create an actual plan, a system out of it? Now with that, let's talk about what's going on tonight. Tonight is our Monday Marketing Mania, 5 p.m. Pacific time. We are doing our content creation class. Now, some of you have probably seen some of this stuff before. I got some new stuff I'm putting together. This is long overdue. It's something I've thought about for quite a while. I'm actually getting ready to create a course around this, and this is going to be some of the materials out of that course. I'm actually building that right now. So you don't want to miss tonight's class, which, by the way, you don't want to miss any class anyway. Every once in a while, if you can't make a live one, I know people say, well, I can just watch the replay. Well, guess what? Last week's replay, the service that we used, something blew up. Things happen. Technology blows up upon occasion, and there was no replay of last week. So that's why you haven't seen it posted yet. So you want to come to the live classes as much as possible. If you come to the live classes, you're going to have a chance to interact. Plus, in case technology happens, something blows up, you know that you were there and you've got great information just in case, because you don't want to miss out on those opportunities that are sitting there right in front of you. So I'd love to have you join us again. That's our Monday Marketing Mania class, 5 p.m. Pacific time tonight on content creation. You're going to love this. You've got blogs, articles, videos, podcasts, all these different things that are out there to get your message out there and to share your message with the world. How do you keep a fresh flow of things coming on? That's what I'm going to show you tonight. Tomorrow, Roadmap students, our coaching calls, 4 p.m. Pacific. I've got some cool stuff I'm going to share with you, something a little bit off topic, but I think you're going to really enjoy. It's going to really help you out. I've had a few people asking me questions about, basically it's about setting pricing. How do you find the right price for your products and services? And I've got some really cool formulas to figure that out. So I'm going to share that with you on tomorrow's call. That's going to be 4 p.m. Pacific. Love to have you involved. If you're not a Roadmap student yet, let us know. We'll be able to give you the information on how you can get signed up for that right away. So with that, get out there, have an awesome week. As always, if there's anything I can do to help you out, just let me know. Take care.